St. Lucie County Public Schools. My name is Sean Lewis. I'm a 5th grade science teacher at St. Lucie Elementary, home of the Rising Stars. And I'm so happy to be bringing you science experiments from my house for your enjoyment and learning experience. With me are my 2 assistants, my sons, Matthew and Zachary. So say hello, guys.
Hello.
All right, so today we're going to be doing an awesome experiment with chemistry using chemicals. The first thing I want to talk about is, what are we wearing, guys?
Gloves.
All right, we're wearing gloves for safety. They're a little too big for you, so we're going to work together. Don't worry about it. So it's really important that when you're handling chemicals, you wear protective things over your eyes and over your hands so that you don't burn or damage your skin in any way. And today we're going to be focusing on changes. 2 types of changes that we've learned in 5th grade this year are physical and chemical changes. Take a minute to think about that prior knowledge, activate it. Matthew, what is a physical change?
A physical change is a difference in look.
It's a difference in look. So I take something and I bend it or break it. It just changes the physical appearance. What is a chemical change?
A chemical change is if you were to burn this. You wouldn't be able to unburn it.
Ooh, if you burn it, you can't unburn it. You want to light this stick on fire? No, we can't do that right now. You're being too crazy, man. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix a couple of chemicals. I'm not going to give anything away. I just want you to see what happens and just observe using your senses to see what's going on. Matt, so we have 4 cups of water here, each with a precise 30 milliliters of water in each. It's really important when you're doing an experiment to go right in step, right in order, and be very precise and accurate with your measurements. Thank you, Zachary. All right, so Matthew, tell me what's going in cup number 1.
10 drops of phenolphthalein.
Phenolphthalein. So phenolphthalein is going to go in first. Go ahead and count for me, Zach.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job, buddy. All right, Matthew, what goes in the next cup?
5 small scoops of calcium chloride.
Calcium chloride. Any special instructions for this one, Matthew?
You actually have to stir it until it dissolves.
All right, thank you.
I'm scared.
Where's my counter? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
Good job.
6.
That's it, just 5.
Good.
All right, so we need some stirring help. All right, so I'm going to hold this. We're going to stir it together since I'm wearing that glove. Help me. Hold my hand and help me. There you
I'm
go.
not touching the stick.
Go ahead and touch it. Let's do it together. All right, stir it up real well. Thank you for being such a good helper. All right, I'm going to give it one quick little stir here. Make sure it's all nice and mixed up and it's nice and clear. So even though we've added 2 chemicals so far to these 2 cups, you can see that they're real nice and clear still.
Yes.
All right, what goes in the 3rd cup?
And
Matthew?
Daddy.
10 drops of disappearing ink.
All right, disappearing ink is also called thymophthalene. All right, so we're gonna put some disappearing ink in here. Count with me, 10 drops.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You yawning over there? You counting? 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10.
Good job. All right, we're gonna give it a little mix.
I want to do this one because I never did it and I want to do it by myself.
Give it a little mix. All right, and we can see how the disappearing ink has gone away. All right, and we're gonna go to our last one. What goes in the last one, Matthew?
Can I say a question?
Add 3 small scoops of sodium carbonate.
Sodium carbonate. All right, count with me.
You gotta remember to stir till it dissolves.
Thank you for reminding me.
2, 3.
That's it, 3 scoops. Thank you so much, counter.
I want to stir it.
All right, go ahead and help me stir it.
I don't need it. Yeah.
You don't need any help, Mr. Independent Boy. All right. Thank you, buddy. All right, so what I'm gonna do next, you see all of these are pretty much clear. This is called a pipette, and what you do with the pipette is you squeeze all the air out, and then you put it in the liquid you want, and it gently sucks it up to the ball. And I'm going to put a few drops in each one, and I just want you to observe
Daddy, can I
what
say
happens.
my
What's your
question?
question, buddy?
When you put that in there, the color changes.
You can't give it away. Shh. So let's see what happens. Ooh, what do you see happening, Zach?
It's turning pink.
It's turning red.
It's turning red.
All right. Zach, Matthew, tell everyone what's happening in the second cup when you see it.
Can I try it?
It is
Dada?
turning milk. It's like turning a very,
Milky.
yeah, powdery white.
Okay, like a milky white.
Can I try
And then let's
this
try
one?
the last one.
I'll try it.
All right, thank you for your help.
Whoa.
So what color is that last one, Zach?
Blue.
So we have red, white, and blue. What's that significant?
The state.
The state.
All right, so the
America.
country, America, red, white, and blue. All right, so we did a chemical reaction here. So let me tell you how this happened. The sodium carbonate solution reacted with and changed the composition of the chemicals put in these 3 cups. So this changed the way it looked, the composition. This caused a chemical reaction to happen. All right, so now we're gonna see another cool trick. So I'm gonna use a clean scooper. Do we have another scooper over there?
Yes.
Yes, please.
We do. Oh, no.
All right, so I'm gonna give this a quick rinse.
I'm gonna give a little stir to this one.
All right, don't touch it because we don't want to make any spills.
I'll just.
All right, so we're gonna use this clean scoop and we're gonna get a few citric acid crystals. What do you think citric acid comes from?
I have no idea.
All right, so
I have an idea.
what?
It comes because these colors from America, they make
That's an
America.
excellent try, buddy. All right, so this is acid. All right, and we're going to give a few shakes of crystals into each, and I just want you guys to observe what happens as I put a few of these crystals back into these cups of citric acid. You think of that word citric, you hear it in the word citrus. Ooh, what happened, Zach? Is the red still there?
No, it
All
disappeared.
right, what do you think's gonna happen when I put it in the white now?
Can I try
Here,
it?
Matthew. Matthew's gonna do one and then you can do one. Go ahead. Put it in. I'm gonna give it a little stir.
It's turning away.
It is turning away. I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. And it's turning away. And Zach, I'm gonna let you do the last one. Go ahead and
Gotta bring the cup over here.
you want me to put the cup over there? Just give me a second.
Be
Don't
careful.
wanna spill it.
And now I get this one and I
All
do
right,
it.
go ahead and try it. And let's give it a mix
Okay.
with this side.
Okay, this side right here was
Yep.
what?
This side, that's dry.
I got
There
one.
you go. Give it a little mix. Whoa! All the colors happen, so let's get to my explanation. All right, so the citric acid crystals are reacting with each colored substance that we started with originally. When the fizzing and the bubbles happen, that is your number one clue of a chemical reaction happening. All right, and what happened is it neutralized the color. It made it neutral, white, clear, but it didn't take it away. It's still there. All right, so what I'm going to attempt to do, I say attempt because I'm not absolutely positive it's going to work, but we're going to try to use our solution over here of sodium carbonate to see if we can bring the colors back one more time. Let's try it.
I will try the other one again.
All right, so did it work?
No.
No, and what I learned in doing this ahead of time is the citric acid, it kind of overtakes this. So you have to make a stronger solution. So maybe that's something we could try again in the future. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today and just doing some fun chemistry. Remember, science and experiments, they never go exactly as planned, but it's fun and we're learning, and that's what it's all about. You guys have a great day, and thank you for joining me and my family.
Bye.